Hi everyone, thanks for joining me today to discuss some more masterclass tips and answer some of your questions. This week it's from John, and he says, I've tried all manner of things to help support my flute, but my right pinky keeps feeling strained and jammed, and my left wrist feels some strain as well. I can't figure out where my support is failing me. Well, John, you're not alone. A lot of us think that the support comes from the hands, but support is a lot of things. It's our bodies, it's our airstream, and it's all our availability. So make more available, I would say. Let's talk about the right hand first. If your pinky is feeling jammed, you're also not alone. Mine used to freeze, literally feel cold. So I think I was missing out on the availability of blood. Then, when I was young, this is how I learned how to play the flute. Someone said, make a peace sign, peace. Put your thumb under the peace sign, and then put the fattest part of the fingers on over the holes. Well, I started with a closed hold flute, so that was all good and well. And then the left hand, this is the fulcrum, in which Taffanel says this is where tone comes from, right? Because it's against the chin. So we have these 2 points of pressure, the thumb and this left hand. Now, if you're sinking under your flute, you're not doing any support. See? Wrinkled is wrong in the world of weightlifting. So if I'm going to lift a weight, it's not going to be like this. It's going to be like this. And muscles can support nerves and support tendons. So that's why I like to lift some weights every few days. So let's talk about how our healthy wrist cannot be jammed and wrinkled and just sit here, okay? Let's have a little bit of pressure here, and then we're just going to let the keys be lifted. So I grew up without any plugs, without anything plastic or metal that would scratch my instrument or make me sound different. So I can only speak from experience. But once I made the peace sign and put the fattest part of the finger over the holes, once I switched from closed hold to open hold, it made total sense to me. Oh, right, there are those indentations there. That's where my hands go. Let's say you have bigger hands. You could come back from the instrument a little bit and just stand taller. Let's say you have smaller fingers or shorter finger here, and I don't have a big portion of thumb here, so no way could I put my thumb back here. My flute would fall. We're all different. So I'm just telling you how I learned. The Peace Professor Porter works well for people, and then just drum your fingers on the instrument. Now, don't we marry a lot of things together that shouldn't be, like squeezing the instrument and playing loudly? We all do that. Or not vibrating when you're playing softly, or just silly things, going flat when you're not, taking the pitch down when we're not blowing very, very hard. So I think that all these things that are wedded together need to be separated. So go ahead and find a table or a piano or anywhere to put your elbows. And this is for John. I want you just to blow with the support of the body and the air and see what happens to your sound. See what happens to playing scales. See if you can always just keep it available all the way down the instrument. Now, beware of this key. You could make the left wrist a little bit available to handle that technique, but I'd say for now, just keep the support in the body, not tense, but availability, okay? And then I just drum the fingers. Okay, now let's talk about the thumb. I use the side of the thumb, and it just is along for the ride. I'm not a B-flat thumb key junkie either. So there you have it. Peace Professor Porter works really well. Fattest part of the fingers, drumming, being lifted, letting the wrist not be under the instruments, but not so wrinkled, and really coming into this whole area that can support your flute. I hope I've helped, and we'll see you next time.